what's good YouTube? It's Big Dev. We're back in with another MLB The Show 25 video. Today we are going to be ranking all of the All-Star content that just came out on Friday. We're going to be ranking all the cards in a tier list from S tier down to F tier, including the cards in the packs, including the Team Infinity cards, and including the cards that are scattered elsewhere throughout the modes in Diamond Dynasty. It's one of the best drops we have ever gotten. The collection rewards are absolutely insane, so stay tuned for that. And like I say in every video, guys, if you want access to all the information in my YouTube videos, tier lists, investments, tips, things like that, all in one place, join the Discord in the description down below. It's 100% free to join. You'll have access to, like I said, all the tier lists updated as new cards come out. You'll be able to just with one click see, okay, this card is here, this card is here. Oh, maybe, you know, the meta has changed a little bit. Things like that you'll be able to see within this Discord, and as well as just talk MLB with the community, or, you know, ask any questions you might have. Someone will answer for you. Join that community. It's, again, 100% free, and in the link in the description down below. So without further ado, let's get in to the tier list. All right, All-Star game tier list. Okay, so we have all the All-Star cards here in the pool. They finally updated the card art so I can use all the actual All-Star cards. There's a couple that aren't actually on Showzone yet, which was, for some reason, it wasn't loading in properly. Elliot La Cruz, Andres Munoz, and Kyle Stowers All-Star game cards weren't loading in properly with the art for some reason, not sure why. However, I'm just going to use these cards in place of their All-Star game cards. So for this tier list, I'll update it when the art gets updated, but like I said, these are their, I'm just using them as placeholders. Just know that I mean, you know, the All-Star game card when I use them in the tier list. So without further ado, let's get into it. Let's just start with a random here. Obviously, you know, some of these top guys up here, we already know they're going to be an S tier and A tier. Not like anything surprising there. I'm going to start with Vlad Jr. You can get him in a Diamond Quest, and for me, he's S tier. Why? Because Vlad Jr. has one of the best swings in the game. He's a first baseman, which is kind of a position that's a little light right now. And he's also a righty. So Vlad Guerrero Jr. to me is like is lower S tier. He's 97. You know, I don't like to put a lot of cards in S tier, but within this drop itself, I think this card is S tier 100%. So we're going to drop him down there in S tier. Let's see here. Robert Suarez. Robert Suarez is really good. I'm going to put him in A tier. He has sinker cutter. He's got a really good he's got really good attributes. I was about to say really good release, but honestly, his release is one of the most readable in the game, so that's why he's not S tier. But he is the highest meta overall pitcher on Showzone. I don't really always go by that. Either if I did, he'd be an S tier. But like I said, A tier, you can start him in your bullpen. He's a righty. I'm using him in my bullpen currently until he gets shelled by somebody, and then I'll probably take him out. But as of right now, Suarez, I'm putting him in A tier. All right, let's see who else we got here. Let's pick somebody random. Jacob Wilson. Jacob Wilson. A lot of these guys, honestly, like B and C tier. I'm going to put his Wilson in C tier for this drop. A lot of these affinity cards that we got for free are just for collections. They're not great. They're not going to crack your God Squad lineup. As far as within the drop itself, Wilson's nothing to write home about. I'm going to put him down here in C tier. Edwin Diaz, solid reliever, honestly. B tier. He has good attributes. He throws heat. Solid reliever, right-hander. With, you know, a lot of lefties in the game right now, it's become a thing where like right-handing pitching is like kind of scarce, honestly. Like good right-handed relievers, good right-handed starting pitching is kind of scarce right now, because we have like, you know, Clayton Kershaw, Al Leiter, John Donaldson, guys like that in the starters. And then in the bullpen, you have like Andrew Miller, Aroldis Chapman, you know, Kaloum, who else? I can't think of the names or any other names. Oh, Josh Hader just came out as well. There's a lot of good lefties that are meta right now in the game. So right-handed relievers and starting pitchers are kind of hard to come by, so they're going to be ranked a little bit higher on this list. Kyle Stowers, again, this is the All-Star card, just using this as a placeholder here. I'm going to throw him down here in C tier. Nothing special. Again, not great, just an average card. Paul Skeens, because he has a Vulcan change and they just juiced him up a little bit, with the different speed differentials and things like that, and outlier 1 and 2, I think this card is S tier. He would be one of the best pitchers in the game if he had a cutter. He doesn't have a cutter, but I still think he's S tier as far as the All-Star game drop goes. Again, think of it this way. This isn't like other tier lists where it's like comparing them to every single card in the game. This tier list is comparing them within the All-Star cards that are in the game right now. Just keep that in mind. Like, so Paul Skeens is S tier, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's going to be S tier on the starting pitchers list, because there's other pitchers in the game. This is just all-star cards themselves. So just keep that in mind. This is helping you understand, like, with this drop, what you should be going after first and things like that. You know what I mean? So he's going to go in S tier. That's one of the first cards I would get if I was grinding Team Infinity. Who else we got here? Obviously, you know, we can just go ahead. We can bring Ketel Marte down here to S tier. Best card, one of the best cards in the game. Same here with J-Ram. He's going to come down here in S tier as well. Obviously, collect 45 cards, you get J-Ram. You can get this card for really, really cheap or free if you do all the Team Affinities, if you do the mini seasons, if you do that showdown for Logan Webb, and then buy just a few cheap, like 5K stub cards, you'll have J-Ram. And that's really, really cheap for this quality of a card, like basically free. So those guys, obviously S tier. Shohei Ohtani in this drop, I'm going to say A tier. His vision is 66. He has really good hitting. He's a lefty. We have so many other lefty bats. Are you replacing DH with this other DH with the Shohei Ohtani? Me personally, I'm not. I don't like Ohtani's swing. I don't like his swing that much. It feels weird to me. So I'm going to put him in A tier. Not that I don't like Ohtani, like some of his other cards. Like he had a milestone card a couple years back, maybe last year or the year before, that was amazing. I had him on my God Squad like all year, but personally, I'm not a huge fan of Ohtani this year. Let's see who else we got. Jonathan Aranda, again, like D tier. Like I'm not even giving this card a second thought of getting. You know what I mean? Like I just not a huge fan. Same with Chris Bubik. Like D or F tier. I'm gonna put him in F tier. That way I can use all the tiers. And people are like, why are you not using F tier? I'm gonna use all the tiers here. So again, I'm just like, there's so many other lefties starters that are meta in the game. Why would you want to use Chris Bubik? Like, and within this drop, not even comparing him to other cards, like within this drop, again, he's an afterthought, not someone you'd want to go for. Matthew Boyd, like a lot of these cards, man, like Matthew Boyd, D, C, and F tier within this drop. Shane Smith, again, like D tier. Like I just don't foresee these cards being great. Zach Wheeler, S tier within the drop itself. Probably like an A, B tier pitcher. Probably A tier, I would say, for Zach Wheeler, as far as starting pitchers in the game as a whole. But within this drop, S tier, because one of the best starting pitchers they released within the All-Star game drop so far. He has sinker cutter. He's a righty, which is really good because not a lot of good righty starting pitching. So I'm putting him in S tier. Yamamoto, A tier, solid pitch mix, solid pitch dip, speed differentials, solid all around. Pete Alonso, A tier. Righty bat, solid DH. Not a bad card to have on your squad or on the bench or something like that. Or if you're a Pete Alonso fan, you could have him. Freddie Peralta, 3-pitch mix or 4-pitch mix. Not a huge fan of Peralta. Putting him down here in C tier. Nothing crazy. Alex Bregman is going to go in A tier. Love his swing. Alex Bregman's got a great swing. He's got good attributes on this card. He's a righty bat. Again, want to keep emphasizing that point that righty bats are kind of scarce right now. So that kind of bumps him up A tier for this drop. Kikuchi, I'm going to put him in B tier. Again, like a lot of these guys are just like average cards, like Brian Wu. Like I'm like, they're not really great. They're not amazing. You know what I mean? Like they're kind of average. Jason Adam, like again, like B tier. Like I just wouldn't see him being that great in the game. Not great. I wouldn't be going for them. I wouldn't be seeking them out. Like these cards are literally just collection cards. Like a lot of these 96s. Some of them are gems, so stick around for that. But other than that, not really. Freddie Freeman, solid lefty. Are you really going to start him at first base? Probably not. I'm going to put him in B tier. He's solid, but not someone that I'm going to consider starting right now. Max Fried. Now, Max Fried is borderline A tier with this drop because he has a good pitch mix. He has good speed differentials, really slow sweeper, really slow curveball, and his hits per 9, his pitching clutch is good for a starter. So I'm going to have him in A tier for this list. See who else we got here. Ryan O'Hearn, love his swing. He's going to go in A tier, lefty bat. Within the meta of the game, like I said, lefty bats get knocked down just a bit because of that. Josh Hader, very solid. I'm going to put him in A tier as well. We'll have to use this card a little bit more to get a full like understanding of how good he is, but I'm going to put him in A tier. Who else we got here? This Javier Baez card, definitely A tier. Again, you can get him in the Diamond Quest, the same one that you get Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in. Javi has a great swing. Honestly, actually, he's a center fielder. I kind of have to bump him down. I forgot that this card is a center fielder card. I'm going to bump him down to B tier. He is a righty bat, but in center field, like it's going to be hard to play this card, considering there's so many good outfielders. And like within the drop itself, I'm going to bump him up again. I keep forgetting that I'm doing this list within the drop itself, like ranking all the All-Star game cards. So it's throwing me off a bit because I keep trying to compare the cards to other cards in the game. But I have to remember I got to compare them to the other All-Star cards that have been dropped. So bear with me here. I'm sorry, guys, but Javier Baez, A tier for that reason. Let me make sure all these other cards are fairly rated, because sometimes I let my mind wander a little bit. That's my fault, but yeah. So A tier for Javier Baez. Really solid card to drop, honestly. Not bad. You know, and with respect to the rest of the game, obviously I wouldn't put Javier Baez in an A tier for center fielders in the game. He'd probably be like a B or C tier, but just you'll be able to see that list if you join the Discord. So see who else we got here. Brendan Donovan, D tier, lefty bat. I mean, they can have good attributes, but it's just like not someone in this drop would I be like, I gotta get Brendan Donovan, you know, unless you're like a Cardinals fan, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not someone you would go for. Chris Sale, solid. We're gonna put him B tier. I love Chris Sale cards, and his lefty release is really funky, but he's also got only 4 pitches, so that kind of knocks him down a bit for me. Robbie Ray, it's decent attributes, but like not great pitch mix. C tier for Robbie Ray. Tariq Skubal, I would, again, if you have seen my starting pitching tier list, you know that Skubal is not up there. D tier for Tariq Skubal. I hate his release. He gets shelled. He's readable. I really don't. I don't think, unless you've played a ton of this game, you wouldn't really understand that. When you see his card, you'd be like, oh my god, his card is so good. Don't use Tariq Skubal. He's buns. I just not a fan of his cards at all. He gets, like I said, he gets shelled. He's readable, and his release from the stretch is like nearly impossible. Bobby Witt Jr. S tier, 100%. Great speed, great fielding, good bat. Love his swing in the game too as well. Pete Crow Armstrong, S tier as well. Pete has one of the best lefty swings right now. He's got insane speed, insane defense in center field, which is a must-have in the outfield right now. Only thing that knocks this card that might make him like lower S tier, maybe even A tier, is I was kind of shocked that his splits were a little low versus righties, or was it lefties that are? It's either lefties or righties that's low. I'm pretty sure it's lefties, but yeah, I was a little shocked that it was like in like the 80s for contact and power, but he still is S tier for this drop. He's got one of the best swings, and he plays above his attributes usually. So there's that. Kyle Schwarber, get him in the mini seasons. S tier card for this drop. Great, insane DH. His fielding is kind of poop, but for a DH position, if you love a Schwarber card, this is the card you need to get. He is insane. He has over 100 in every hitting stat, and his clutch is high as well. So very solid. Joe Ryan, not a card I would even think of getting. I'm gonna put him in D tier. Brandon Lau has a great swing. Brandon Lau, great swing. He's going to go in A tier. Good attributes. Second baseman, lefty second baseman too, which is kind of hard to come by if you need like a lefty to throw in somewhere. A lot of times the second baseman are either like switch hitters or righties, but Brandon Lau, good lefty second baseman. Who else we got here? I'm trying to do this a little quick so the video is not like an hour long, but we got a few cards left here. So Julio Rodriguez, pretty average, nothing to write home about. I'm going to throw him down here in B tier. He's a fan favorite, righty, good swing, but not really someone that I would, you know, be like, I have to buy this card. He's in a pack, so he's only like 5K. So, I mean, he's really easy to get. Who else we got? Oh, Aaron Judge. He's going to be thrown in S tier. I love Aaron Judge cards. I love his swing this year, and the hitting stats speak for themselves, and he has 70 vision. His fielding is actually decent for once out there, and it's a right fielder card, not a center fielder card, which I love about that. A lot of times MLB has been putting, because he's been playing center field some, they've been making his cards center fielder cards, which has really been annoying, because then when you put him in right field, he gets a fielding nerf from the secondary position penalty. But for once, you can actually play Aaron Judge in right field, and he will actually not have a penalty. So S tier for Aaron Judge, solid all around, great card. But if you don't use tall batters and you felt like a swing, you're gonna disagree with me, but sucks to suck, I guess. Anyway, Manny Machado, A tier. This card has really good attributes. Actually, yeah, A tier. Yep. Really good attributes. Fielding is a little low for a Manny Machado card, but I guess he's not fielding as well this year, maybe, or they just nerfed it into the ground for no reason, but I'm not sure. Anyway, Riley Green, B tier, lefty bat. Not someone like crazy that I'd go after. He's solid, but not someone I would go after. First, Jacob deGrom, super readable card. I'm gonna put him down here in C tier. Average pitcher. You can shell Jacob deGrom now. I don't know what it is. They like changed his release or something. He's pretty easy to hit. Not great. Aroldis Chapman is going to go in S tier. He's going to be replacing the new threads Aroldis Chapman that many of you are running in your bullpen. S tier lefty, S tier relief pitcher and S tier for this drop. So Aroldis Chapman, one of the best cards they've dropped, and he's not that expensive, like 15K or something like that to get him. Corbin Carroll is going to go in A tier. Corbin notoriously has a good swing. He's got speed. He's got good fielding. Plays right field. Lefty bat in connection with the meta, and not a great card right now to be using because there's other right fielders that you can get. I P5 is 92 overall. I have mad respect for Corbin Carroll, and his swing is really good. So I'm going to put him down there in A tier. Garrett Crochet, definite S tier for this drop. He's insane. Yeah, you have to collect 30 cards, I believe, to get this Garrett Crochet card. 98 overall. Has sinker cutter. Has outlier on the sinker, I believe. He throws he throws heat. I know that much. He has outlier on a sinker, I'm pretty sure. And like I said, he has sinker cutter. So lefty pitcher, lefty meta gets even stronger with this Garrett Crochet card. Every single person in this game will probably be running Garrett Crochet in their starting rotation just because that's how good he is. And he always plays really well in MLB The Show. Randy Rodriguez, B tier, righty reliever, solid. If you're using him, I wouldn't fault you for that. Alejandro Kirk, I'm gonna put him down here in C tier. Not a huge fan of his swing. He's got good contact. He has very little pop though. Not a great card in my opinion. Andres Munoz, I'm putting him in A tier. He throws gas. Great reliever to have. They gave him 4 pitches now, and he's just solid all around. He is also free, so you can get him in Team Affinity. It's one of the first Team Affinity cards that I would go for is Munoz as well. We secured him for the bullpen, and he's kind of replacing some of my older righties that are in my bullpen. So Munoz A tier for this drop. A few cards left here. Steven Kwan, contact hitter. Nothing too great about him. He's going to come down here in C tier. Hunter Brown, solid, not like insanely great, so I'm going to put him down here in B tier. I've seen people use Hunter Brown and be successful, so that's why I'm not putting him in C tier. But B tier, solid card. I can't really like say too much about him because I don't really use his cards too much. Mackenzie Gore, C tier, another lefty that they've released. Not so, like, again, collection fodder. Like, you're not going to be starting Mackenzie Gore. He's not going to be a guy that you're like, oh my god, from this drop I need this card so bad. You know what I mean? Logan Webb, you can get him in the showdown. Because of his pitch mix, I'm going to put him in B tier. I've used Logan Webb cards in the past. He has a funky delivery, good release. Some people struggle to hit Logan Webb cards. That's why he's in B tier. Solid card. If you want to use him, you can as like a fifth starter or a filler slot. And I wouldn't fault you for that at all. Hunter Goodman is going in A tier. He's borderline S tier for this drop because righty catcher and really good hitting attributes and a great swing. But the reason he's in A tier is because I'm going to put the other catcher in this drop, Will Smith, in S tier. And that is because he has 125 contact versus both sides. He's got, I think, like 80 something power and 100 plus power and like 125 clutch. Will Smith, and also his defense is a little lower, but he has one of the best righty swings in the game. His load is insane. Pause. All right, like I was saying, his swing is insane. He has, a great swing in this game. When I was mentioning in my Team Affinity video about, all the cards in this game, I honestly kind of missed out on Will Smith. Like, I didn't really give him a fair shot. Someone commented on my video. Shout out to that guy for commenting on my video that Will Smith is the truth. Checked him out. He is actually on my God Squad right now. That's a 12K card that's on my endgame God Squad right now because Will Smith is insane. So go secure Will Smith out of this drop. He is super cheap in the shop right now, and he'll probably even get cheaper as time goes on. But I mean, that's I feel like we're kind of lacking. We went from like super like secure at catcher to now I feel like we're kind of lacking at catcher. Like we have Adley, Yasmani, Ted Williams, Jason Varitek. I thought Varitek was going to be great, the 95 overall prime card. He is not that great. He swings like a wet noodle. And then you have, like, if you're not using Adley, you got Yasmani Grandal with a great swing, and then you got Ted Simmons. They're all good catchers, but I just Will Smith I would use over all of them because he's just that good. And again, here I go again comparing the cards in this drop to other cards in the list. Whatever, I don't care. Okay, jeez. Anyway, Will Smith S tier for this drop for sure, and I believe when my catcher list comes out, he'll probably be in the S tier category for catchers overall as well. We got a few more S tier guys on here. Tatis, love his swing, but they kind of nerfed my boy on that card. Not a great card. Not a huge fan. Matt Olson as well. pretty average C tier. A lot of these, like I said, a lot of these like cards from the Team Infinity themselves are not making anyone's God Squad. Like see up here, most of these are collection cards or pack cards. Like Skeens is one of them from Team Infinity. Wheeler's one of them from Team Infinity that'll make your squad. But all these other guys are either collection rewards or they're in a pack. So keep that in mind too, that you might have to have some stubs to get some of these guys. Jeremy Pena, I'm gonna put him in B tier. He's solid, good speed, good swing, but not a huge fan. Eugenio Suarez is nasty, love his swing. A tier for Suarez. A lot of A tier, a lot of A and B and C tier cards here, like very mid tier cards. Nothing jumps off at me for God Squads, and like, you know, I'm not gonna put a ton of cards in F and D tier and say, oh, all these cards like they're all serviceable, but they're not gonna quite crack your God Squad. Like I said, they're just collection cards, really, honestly. And here we go, last 3 cards on our list. Oh, this might shock you. Gleyber Torres is S tier. Insane righty swing, and if you haven't checked his attributes out yet, do so. They're absolutely insane. He's a 96 Gleyber Torres. You think, oh, it's a 5K card. He has 125 clutch. He has like 100 plus in all his hitting categories. It's insane. He is the truth. Try him out at second base. S tier S tier. I said reliever. S tier second baseman and S tier for this drop. Like he's gross. Ellie De La Cruz, you can get him in the Team Infinity. The 90. Again, this is just a placeholder, but the 96 overall Ellie De La Cruz, switch hitter, insane speed, okay fielding, great arm at shortstop. I mean, what else do I need to say? We all know Ellie's S tier. He's that good, and it's same for Francisco Lindor. S tier as well. Francisco Lindor has one of the better switch hitting swings in the game. We know switch hitters, they're always going to be great in this game, and Lindor and Ellie are both great, both serviceable. Currently, I actually have Ellie at shortstop, and I'm playing Lindor out of position at second base. Even though the out of position penalty, like, it still is fine with Lindor. It doesn't really mess up his feeling too much. So yeah, there's your tier list. Again, I'm going to be saving this tier list. I'm going to be posting it in my Discord so you guys can reference it anytime you want. All right, y'all, that's going to do it for this video. Like I said, the full tier list is going to be in my Discord. 100% free, so click the link in the description down below. Join the Discord. You'll have access to all my updated tier lists. I say it every time, every video, but I just want to let you guys know there's a place for all these resources for free, just to click on, say hey, or you can even ask me in the Discord too. I'm very active in there. Say, hey Dev, you know, should I use this card? What's the worth of this card versus this card? You know, things like that. I'm always open to talk MLB with you guys in the Discord, so join the Discord, 100% free. And yeah, that's that. If you guys have, again, as I say in all my videos, if you guys have any problems with my list, leave it in the comments down below. I'll go into further explanation as to why someone is rated the way they are. And sometimes I've had like all my tier lists, at least one person has commented about a card that I really didn't know about, and immediately I checked that card out, used them, and about 99% of the time I can say that you guys know what you're talking about. Sometimes some of these cards, like I've upped them in my tier lists. Ian Seymour was one of them. I had no idea about that reliever. 92 overall tops now. A bunch of guys said in the comments that he was goated. I put him in for my weekend classic run, and he did not give up a run. He was insane. So he has been bumped up in my tier list, which is another reason, again, why you should join the Discord, because you'll be able to keep up with all my updated tier lists as I learn more about different hidden gems in this game. Okay, so that's gonna do it. Please like and subscribe to the channel, man. 99% of you are not subscribed to the channel. I mean, if you guys want more and more of this content, I'm gonna need more and more subscribers to do so that it shows that, hey, this is the content you guys want and you guys like. So that's gonna do it, and I will see you all in the next video.